This project is very useful and important for Nepal. This will be working on identifying the different vulnerability components, vulnerability elements of the school buildings as well as the communities.
SAFER is a project that ends on the resilience, on improving the resilience of schools in Nepal, but in order to do so, passes through several stages, including a better understanding of seismic hazard, a better understanding of vulnerability of buildings, structural typologies, a better organization of the database and all the existing information for the country of Nepal before suggesting solutions that can be used in the local context. This is a wider circle of activities that involve multidisciplinary research and scientists, people from social sciences, engineers that can all contribute in collaboration with the local stakeholders and the school communities to improve the safety and resilience of communities in case of a future earthquake.
I'm Dr. Nick Alexander. I'm a reader in structural dynamics at the University of Bristol, and this is our project that we're working on to see whether we can produce a low-cost seismic isolation system for Nepalese schools. The idea is when an earthquake happens, the ground moves and the buildings move in response to the ground. But if we can decouple the ground from the building, then the ground will move and the building will remain unaffected. And that's essentially the idea.
Our contribution here is basically on the construction material testing. Stone masonry and testing of them has been very rare, not only in this part of the world, in other parts of the world. And it may not be very necessary in developed countries, but for underdeveloped countries like Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, India. So it is still important, and for us it is more important. Like in all these remote areas, we don't have any construction materials except stone, frankly speaking. And so even to carry some bags of cement is very difficult in some areas. In that regard, we need stone masonry, but we don't know the engineering properties. That is the problem. So that's why we started doing these testings of materials like mud mortar, cement mortar, lime mortar. This is going to be one of the very important tests now. So we want to know what would be the compressive strength of that stone masonry, random wall masonry in mud mortar or stabilized bound mortar, or let us say this with caging like wire mesh, etc. So, and this will give some results at the beginning, so which will also give some input for designing or assessing the existing structures.
So mainly Save the Children is contributing for the community engagement portion. We have been conducting survey of the school building and some questionnaire interaction with the community peoples. I mean like school management committee, school teachers, and also with the students. Till now we have completed more than around like 160 school building survey and more than 70 interaction with the community and school management committee and the school teachers.
I think a good understanding of resilience and the factors that affect resilience, particularly in the education sector, would be a really amazing outcome for Nepal. To understand those differences and understand where you can target and tailor interventions that improve how quickly children go back to school, how quickly schools can be assessed and reopened, and how different hazards can be prepared for, that would be success.
It has to be something useful, tangible, applicable and low cost. So I think that these community engagements and interactions that we have with all the levels of the educational pyramid is very important to produce something meaningful for the people of Nepal.
The knowledge regarding the earthquake has been increased. When they encounter this disaster, then they realize what to do and what not to do. So even we can see, like after earthquake, the construction technologies and techniques has been improved, and they have incorporated earthquake resistant bands and earthquake resistant technologies. So definitely this will be fruitful for Nepal.